Hey everybody. So here looking at my collection of rechargeable batteries, and in particular I'm going to be talking about some 18650s here, which for those who don't know, 18650 is a very common type of lithium ion battery cell. And I have some cells here that literally they're 22 years old and they still work. Hard to believe, isn't it? Normally you would think lithium ion batteries they would quit working, or their performance would heavily degrade after about, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. I mean, like for example, I'm still running an older Samsung phone from 2018. I think that's when it was from, and let's just say that the battery life of it is definitely not that impressive compared to what it used to be years ago. But we have some cells here literally that are from 2003 and they're still working. So I actually posted a video up on the channel many years ago. I want to say it was back in 2019, 2020, of these same cells. I had harvested them from a Dell laptop battery, and we're talking one of the older Dell laptops, like from the, let's say 2004, 2003, 2004 time period, because these were original Sony cells from a Dell brand laptop battery pack. There was 12 cells, and right here is the casing that holds the cells. And here's 10 of them right there, and I got these two over here charging alongside a couple of Samsung cells. And now these were not run down all that hard, because I mean we're already up to like 3.9 volts, and it's hard to see that, but we're at 3.9 volts. And yeah, I've only put close to 200 milliamp hours in them. We'll just say that the capacity of these things is not exactly what they were brand new. These were originally 2200 milliamp hour cells. However, I can say that when I put two in parallel in my cameras for CubeComp MDDX, they still will run the cameras for about 6 to 7 hours, which is definitely not bad for a 22-year-old cell. The biggest shortcoming of these batteries, or these cells, is they do have a little bit higher internal resistance. Now, I will say that when you charge them, they don't get warm at all. They stay relatively cool. Matter of fact, the Samsung cells feel just a tad warmer than the Sony's. Now, these have been rewrapped since my previous video. The Sony cells, they originally came in a transparent green cell wrap, but the problem with those cells, or at least the wrappings that come on them, is the wrapping is very fragile. So I ended up rewrapping them all with this non-translucent green. Yeah, I do have a video on how to rewrap 18650s if you're interested in that. But yes, these are Sony, I want to say they're Sony US 18650-GRs. Now in my previous video on these cells, I was able to show you the date codes. Now of course the date codes and the cell models are all covered up by the cell wrap, because Sony, what they did is they printed out information on the metal casing, and then they wrapped the cell in their translucent green cell wrap. Now actually it might be another way around, I don't know for sure. But of course, since they've been rewrapped, you cannot see the original date codes. You can't see the original date codes nor the original models. Whereas in the previous video, I did go over that, and I was able to determine that at the time these cells were 16 years old. So it might have been 2021 that I shot the video of these. But yes, they're still working. All this time later, they're still working. And crazy to think is one of my outdoor cameras, which is a Kodak ZI-8. I don't know if I have one laying around here somewhere, but more or less what I have on those is I had them modified to accept 18650s. And normally you just run a small proprietary 3.7 volt lithium-ion battery pack. And those cameras, you can easily mod them to use 18650s. All I do is I put a fuse in series with the the outputs of, or at least the positive output of the pack, so that way there is some short circuit protection. And I generally rely on the camera's own integrated shutoff to turn the camera off to prevent over discharging. Well, let's just say that one time one of my cameras, well, the auto shutoff worked fine, but one of my other cameras, which I've since taken out of service, had an issue with parasitic drain, and it drained the cells down to like 1.9 volts. So what I ended up doing is I just ended up pulling the cells out. I left them here on my desk, and I just monitored the voltage over the span of a week, and they ended up coming up to almost 2.5 or 2.8 volts. So I actually threw them back on the charger at a slow charge and got them up to like 3.2, and then charged them as usual, and they still work fine. Now I do want to say that, as always with lithium-ion batteries, especially when you're bare handling cells like this, you do want to exercise caution. Make sure you know what you're doing with this kind of stuff. I have been working with bare cells for about 9 years now. So yeah, it's 2016. That was the time when I cracked open a laptop battery pack to get some cells to run my flashlights, and then eventually I started running my cameras with them, because let's just face it, they're kind of like a AA in a way. It's a common size. You can find them in laptop batteries. You can find them in packs like that. That's a tool pack right there for like a weed eater. But yeah, so anyways, yes, hard to believe it, but I have some cells here that were manufactured in 2003, when I was in middle school, for crying out loud, and they still work. Believe it or not, they still work. So what do you think about that? Feel free to leave a comment. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video from Q channel. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel and tick the bell so you get notified of a new video I post. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and share this video as well as the channel with your friends to get the word out. In addition, I have a second YouTube channel, that's CubeCompMTDX. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support.